We live inside a constant state of noise. It is the internal static of racing thoughts, combined with the physical sensation of a body continuously braced for the next demand. When the nervous system remains in this tight, fragmented loop, even downtime loses its value. Rest starts to feel like another obligation on a never-ending to-do list. This friction creates a specific, recurring anxiety, the feeling that our physical receptors have been dulled. We move through the world sensing that we are losing our sensitivity, and as a result, we feel increasingly isolated from meaning. This feeling of separation may actually be a byproduct of our biology, a sensory filtering process that obscures our true environment. We often view the universe as a cold, dead machine composed of isolated parts, but a different perspective suggests we are part of a deeply interconnected web, where consciousness is woven into every layer. Spiritual thinkers have recognized this for centuries. Poets like Walt Whitman described a vast similitude, a spirit force connecting all living things into a single cohesive whole. This state of awareness, often called cosmic consciousness, occurs when the individual ego recedes. In its place is the recognition that the universe is inherently alive and unified. In this context, modern anxiety is a symptom of having lost our ability to tune our internal receptors into the background frequency of our surroundings. Panpsychism suggests consciousness is a property of all matter. We model this using integrated information theory, or IIT, which measures how dynamically a system integrates information. IIT identifies specific local maxima, suggesting human awareness is a highly organized peak of this universal signal. This scales up to the quantum mind hypothesis and the study of entanglement. We have observed that particles across vast distances can instantaneously influence one another, suggesting a reality where physical systems are deeply linked. Theoretical physicists have studied this extensively. David Bohm proposed an implicate order to reality, a hidden structure where mind and matter reflect a unified whole. The distinction between mind and matter is less rigid than it appears. Our intuitive feeling of connection is reflected in the way energy and information actually move through the cosmos. This diagram shows the Schumann resonance. The Earth has a measurable electromagnetic pulse, created by lightning storms echoing around the planet at a frequency of approximately 7.83 Hz. Living beings exist within this sea of frequencies. Practices like meditation and chanting function as mechanisms to sync our brainwaves with this planetary rhythm. If this signal is constant, we have to examine why we feel so disconnected from it. The answer lies in the way modern environments interfere with our perception. Factors like high-sugar diets, heavy environmental toxins, and digital consumerism do more than distract us. They alter our brain circuitry and overstimulate our reward systems. These stressors specifically impact the orientation association area, or OAA. This is the neurological region responsible for maintaining our sense of a separate self and our spatial boundaries. Modern interference keeps the OAA overstimulated. We become trapped in a state of hyper-awareness of our own ego, which masks the universe's background signal. If consciousness is linked to the physical organization of energy, we have the power to change our internal settings. We can consciously clear the static. Research shows that intentional mindfulness reduces activity in the orientation association area. As this region quiets, the rigid boundaries of the self begin to soften. You can practice this through the unmoved observer method, noticing rising thoughts and digital pressures without automatically reacting to them. Somatic tools like the 138 Pulse offer a 2-minute reset. By lengthening the spine, feeling your feet on the floor, and extending the exhale, you can regulate the nervous system and lower your internal noise. The concept of raising your vibration describes a biological reality that occurs when we intentionally regulate our physical and mental states. Human flourishing remains possible without escaping the digital age or seeking a permanent state of enlightenment. Peace is found in the repeated act of returning to center. It is taking one honest breath and remembering that you are already a living node of a conscious cosmos.